Hi, today we are going to write an equation of a line. So let's review what we learned before. We said that the formula for a straight line is y equal to mx plus b. So the number in front of the x is called the slope. And the slope is the steepness of a line. We use the slope formula to find the slope. And b is a y-intercept. Okay, b is a y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. So therefore, we need to find these two numbers, okay, before we write the equation of a line. So now let's take a look at question number 1. So write an equation of the line. So over here, we have a line that crosses the y-axis at 2. Okay, so we say that the y-intercept is 2. Okay, so we found the y-intercept. The y-intercept is the easiest thing to find. So now after we found the y-intercept from the graph, now we are going to find the slope. So to find the slope, we use 2 points. So we have 1, 3 and 2, 4. So now we are going to do is, say this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So we say the slope m equal to y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. And then we're going to do 4 minus 3, y minus y, 4 minus 3, and then x minus x, 2 minus 1. Now we're going to subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. So we know that 1 divided by 1 is 1. So we found the slope is 1. So you always begin with y equal to mx plus b. Okay, so now we are going to keep the y. We're going to replace the m by the slope that we found, which is 1. So we say it's 1x plus, and b is the y-intercept that we found, which is 2. So plus 2. So we know that 1x means x. So we say y equal x plus 2. So this is the equation of the line. So we finished question number 1. Now let's take a look at question number 2. So number 2, we're an equation of a line. So we have to find the slope m and the y-intercept. So as we said before, it's easier to find the y-intercept first. So this is the straight line. So we had the y-axis. So we found out that the line crosses the y-axis as 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's 3. So we say that the y-intercept is 3. So y-intercept is 3. Now we're going to find the slope. So to find the slope, we are going to use 2 points. So we got 2, 4 and 4, 5. So we're going to say x1, y1, x2, y2. M slope equal to y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So you're going to have y minus y, 5 minus 4, x minus x, 4 minus 2. And then we got 1 over 2. So we got a fraction. So if you want to check, see if we can simplify into a decimal, you can use a calculator. So 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. So we can leave it as 1 over 2. We love to keep our slope as a fraction instead of decimal, even though they're equal to each other. So now we write the y equal mx plus b again. So you keep the y. You're going to replace m by the number you found, which is 1/2. 1/2 times x, and plus the y-intercept you found, which is 3. So now we got y equal to 1/2 times x plus 3. So this is the equation of the line. Now we finished question number 2. Let's go to question number 3. So we also have to write an equation of the line. So you have the line over here. It crosses the y-axis at the origin. So origin 0, 0. So therefore it's 0. So now we say that the y-intercept is 0. So we had to find the slope. So we had 2 points, 1, -2, and 2, -4. So we had x1, y1, x2, y2. M equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So now we have negative 4 minus negative 2. The x is 2 and 1, so 2 minus 1. So now for this part, we can type it in the calculator. So we can have negative 4 minus negative 2. We get past negative 2, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So we know that you can turn this into integer. So you can check it with your calculator if you want to. So we get negative 2 divided by 1 equals negative 2. So now our slope is integer, negative 2. Now we're going to write y equal mx plus b. Y stay the same, and m turn into negative 2. So we have negative 2x. And then plus a y-intercept, which is 0. Now we know we can simplify it. Any number plus 0 stay the same. So therefore we have negative 2x plus 0 equal negative 2x. So we found out the equation is y equal negative 2x. So this is the equation of the line. So we finished question number 3. Now let's go to question number 4. Number 4, okay, so I'm going to ask you to write an equation of the line. So you are going to find the y-intercept and the slope. So let's take a look at here. This is the y-axis, and the line crosses the y-axis at negative 3. Negative 3. So the y-intercept is negative 3. So now we're going to find the slope. So we get 2, 0, and 4, 3. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So m equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So now we had 3 minus 0, and then 4 minus 2. So 3 minus 0 equal to 3. 4 minus 2 equal 2. So now we found out that we have the slope is a fraction. So let's check it, see if we can convert it into a integer. So you do 3 divided by 2 equal 1.5. So we can keep it as a fraction. So we say y equal mx plus b. So y stay the same, m turn into 3 over 2 times x, and plus the y-intercept we found over here is negative 3, then plus negative 3. Now we found out that we have a plus and minus sign in the middle, so therefore we are going to turn this into one side, become minus. So y equal to 3 over 2x minus 3. So this is going to be the equation of the line. So we finished question number 4. Now for number 5, I am going to ask you to find the equation of the line by yourself. After 1 minute, I will go over the question with you. So you have to find the y-intercept and the slope. The y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis, and you have to find out what number it crosses the y-axis. And for the slope, you have to use the slope formula that you learned before. Okay, so now let's go over this question. So the line crosses the y-axis at negative 6. So you can see it here, negative 6. So we say that the y-intercept is negative 6. And now we have to find the slope using these 2 points. So we have 4 comma -5 and 8 comma -4. x1, y1, x2, y2. Now m, we're going to write down the slope formula. Now we're going to do substitution. Y minus y. X minus x. Now we're going to use our calculator. We got -4 minus -5. So we get 1. So therefore, we get 1 over a minus 4 is 4. So when 4 is a fraction, we can check it, so we can convert it to decimal. 1 divided by 4. Okay, so it's 0.25. So we're going to leave it as fraction. So now y equal mx plus b. Y stay the same. M is 1/4 times x, and plus b, which is -6 plus -6. Now we say that when you have two sides together, we have to make into one. A plus and a minus together become minus. So now the final answer is y equal to 1/4 times x minus 6. So this is the equation of the line. So we finished question number 5. Now you can go to do the lesson summary and the 4 multiple choice questions, which I'm going to ask you to find the slope, the y-intercept, and the equation of the line.